It is part exciting and part anxiety-inducing. I'm talking about retirement. Whether you're looking forward to it or not, it is a big change and it takes years, sometimes decades of planning, not just for you, but also for policymakers. Governments around the world spend a lot of time thinking about retirement, and they have to because they have some pretty big questions to answer, like who should retire, why, how, and perhaps most importantly, when. When should people retire? Different countries have different standards and different systems which decide where they draw the line and set the retirement age. Tonight, we will look at Italy's approach. They have linked the retirement age to life expectancy, meaning if people live longer, the age of retirement moves up. It is reviewed every 2 years. Italy's current retirement age is 67. Now, for context, this is relatively high. The European average is 64 years. That is the average retirement age in Europe, 64 years. In Italy, it is 67 today. But given this system, it keeps changing because people are living longer. So the retirement age is due to rise in 2027, and most Italians are not happy about this. Italian labor unions want the retirement age to freeze, and now the government is considering it. Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni is backing the freeze. But critics say this will hurt the economy. If the retirement age is frozen, Italy will owe more money than it earns. By 2031, Italy's debt could reach 139% of its GDP because from an economic standpoint, it makes sense to keep pushing the retirement age. And not just in Italy, but almost everywhere. After all, people are living longer the world over. Soon, more people will leave the workforce than they enter. The UK will reach that point by 2029. Brazil will reach there by 2035. India by 2048. More people retiring than entering the workforce, 2048 for India. When fewer people enter the workforce and more people retire, it hits the state coffers. Because people who retire get a pension from the state-backed funds. Yet, retirement age is a global hot-button issue. Italian unions want it frozen. Critics say Meloni is backing it to placate the people, to avoid what happened in France and Germany or China and Taiwan, where pushing the retirement age led to massive protests. Meloni wants to avoid this in Italy. After all, 2027 is also the year when Italy heads to polls. But what is the ideal solution? What is a good age to retire? Honestly, no one knows. Research does not have a concrete answer. It says retirement age is almost always a rough judgment. And this judgment varies. There are several factors to look at: per capita income, birth rate, retirement plans, taxes, cost of living, even the healthcare infrastructure. There is a lot to consider. And few are on the same page. In countries like India and South Korea, the retirement age is about 60. In countries like Iceland and Norway, the retirement age is 67. It is the same in Denmark. But it will be raised to 70 by 2040. That's the highest in the world. And there is no one-size-fits-all. Generally, retirement age in countries is about three things: economics, demographics, and human dignity. But the complications aside, let's zoom in and ask, when should you retire? Again, there is no magic number. It comes down to your wallet, your dreams, your safety net, and your health. There is no perfect age to retire because retirement is not just a date on a calendar. It is a crucial choice, not just about ending your work life, but also about starting your next chapter.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakarjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali. Stop.
Japanese,
$4
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, Click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.